Welcome back. You might have heard of Jessi James and his reputation as a big bad dude who builds motorcycles. But he's got nothing on Jessi Combs. She is a girl from Rapid City who now lives in Long Beach, California. She hosts TV shows, builds bikes, and sets land speed records in jet-propelled machines. Jay Elson has her story.
To an outsider, the landscape of western South Dakota is merely a highlight to an otherwise flat and forgettable stretch of American countryside. But those that truly understand and embrace the lay of this land view it as one of nature's perfect playgrounds.
You have all sorts of diverse terrain between the Badlands and the hills and the rocks and the prairies even. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do in the state of South Dakota that a lot of people, I think, have no clue how amazing the state really actually is.
Jessi Combs knows full well she spent most of her childhood exploring the unlimited recreational opportunities that Rapid City and the surrounding area have to offer.
I mean, we could go rock climbing, we could go cliff jumping, we could go motorcycle riding, we could go racing. There's so many different things to do that I think because of all of those things to do, that's kind of led me into this, I guess you could say, world of extreme things. I love taking risks, and South Dakota was one of those places that you could take those risks in somewhat of a conservative state where it was still actually allowed to go out and kind of break the rules or go out and break the barriers, I guess you could say, and still get away with it.
Combs developed a fascination for the machines that helped her break those rules. But she wanted to do more than just drive them. She wanted to understand them and ultimately create them. After passing up a full-ride scholarship to a prominent interior design school and a brief attempt at a professional snowboarding career, Combs made her way to Wyotech in Laramie, Wyoming, where she earned a degree in custom automotive fabrication.
I can pretty much build a vehicle from the ground up. Chassis fabrication, street rod fabrication, paint, body, trim, upholstery, high-performance engines, you name it, I can pretty much do it.
She didn't just do it, she did it well. So well, in fact, that the school offered her a full-time job building its show cars. And that opened the door to something she'd never envisioned. Combs was invited to appear as a guest fabricator on the television show Overhaulin', which marked the beginning of an entirely new career. 11 years later, Combs has appeared on a number of other shows, even serving as host for programs like Extreme 4x4, Mythbusters, All Girls Garage, and Overhaulin'.
When I was going to school, I fully thought that I was going to be going back to Rapid City, South Dakota to build motorcycles, and that's what I thought I was going to do. And then this whole little side path came about, and here I am, kind of I hate to say it, because I don't think that I am, but I'm somewhat of a celebrity now, so it's kind of weird.
While her ever-improving skill set has pulled her in several different directions, Combs has never lost sight of her first love, speed. You name it, she's probably raced it. Professionally, Combs prefers off-road, but that's as close as she'll come to picking a favorite.
I love racing desert because of the challenge, the ever-changing terrain. You never know if you're going to get hard pack, soft pack, gravel, hills, dirt, silt. You never know what you're going to get in the stretch of the Baja Peninsula, so I love that. I love racing Ultra 4 because you got the mix of rocks and it's a dual-purpose built vehicle. And then rally is something that there's car control, there's massive car control that you don't necessarily need to have in anything else. Flinging your car around, driving sideways over a crest, it's kind of awesome.
All of those avenues come with a rush, but it's the one just short of flying that would help Combs accomplish one of her lifelong goals.
I want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, and I don't think I'd have the patience to actually grow the longest fingernails in the world. You know, like, what was I going to do to be in the Guinness Book of World Records? Well, why not be the fastest woman on four wheels? It makes complete sense for what I do and what I love to do, and I love going fast, so when that opportunity presented itself, I had to say yes.
The opportunity came in the form of the North American Eagle Supersonic Speed Challenger, which is an F-104 fighter jet without wings.
The North American Eagle is set to break the overall land speed record, which is set at 763 miles an hour right now. So their goal is to go, the car could go over 800 miles an hour. But to help gain a little bit more awareness on the car, they wanted to put a female in while we're doing these testing sessions.
Combs got her chance on October 9th, 2013 at the Elver Desert in southeastern Oregon. And the rest is history. Combs' official mark of 392.954 miles per hour with a top speed of more than 440 shattered the previous land speed record for women, which had stood for 48 years.
What was the number? Good.
Oh, that feels so good!
By nearly 85 miles an hour.
Give it to him.
440.4.
Those that know Jessi Combs realize the record is just a chapter in what has become a pretty incredible story. They also know that Combs has no intention of slowing down, because limits are the one thing this South Dakota native refuses to accept.
One of the things that I think of why I've had so much success is that I've been open to a lot of opportunities that have come across my path. If I decided that, hey, I'm just gonna go back to South Dakota and I'm gonna build motorcycles, I wouldn't be where I am today. Don't get me wrong, if I could just get paid to drive every single day, I would love it, but then I'd be missing out on building things in the garage. And if I was just building things in the garage, then I wouldn't be able to share that with the rest of the world on television. So I think the spectrum that I have going here is a well-balanced spectrum where I can have the exposure, I can have the fun, and I can still use my skills all in the same turn.
And here's Jay Elson, and Jessi could probably stop now with all she's accomplished, but she's not gonna, right?
Nope, she's already got her sights set on another record. She wants to be the fastest woman on 3 wheels now. That record currently held by a woman named Kitty O'Neill. She set it back in 1977. The interesting part of that, though, is a little bit of an irony there, is that Kitty O'Neill was from California, now lives in South Dakota. Jessi Combs, of course, from South Dakota, now lives in California. So, interesting.
Nice job. Jay Elson, thank you for watching Midco Sports Magazine.